Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome. Here we are, Saturday night's AMS2 event night, doubleheader. So strap in and welcome. What we've got as I said, doubleheader. We're here at Adelaide. We're at the historic Adelaide. This is a what-if concept designed and developed by the mad scientists of the NARR community. What this is the historic Adelaide. Excuse me. Circuit. This is the 1988 layout, so a little bit different than the current day Adelaide, as we see people go all over the place. Let's move to Andy Morehouse here. So what we have is the doubleheader. This is the support race for kind of the main event later on, and what this is the F3 class here at Adelaide. Right now we have about 9 people in. Hopefully we get a few more. This is it's kind of a tough combo in both races. The F3 here, the main event's going to be the kart with the various chassis that are in there. So there's going to be all kinds of crazy stuff, and hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully you hang around. We're going to be going from now until the end of the kart. We're here with the first stream. We'll be moving to the second stream, where if you're on the YouTube page, you'll be able to see the second one already kind of loaded up, ready to go. So we'll move to it right at the conclusion of this one. But this should be fun. This is going to be 25 laps. Very much shorter than the main event coming up later on. But nevertheless, still just as fun, just as action-packed. And should be a good time for these folks that are in here. So if you're out there watching, I want you to enjoy. I want you to hang out with us for as long as you can. We got some new stuff. I've been working on some things today. There's number one new thing, a little graphic down there for the Discord. Discord.gg/NARR. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to our community, if you stumbled upon this in whatever YouTube algorithm we get placed into, and you're not a part of the community, if you have found this, or if you're finding this enjoyable, then follow that link. I mean, you can't click on the link on the video. Type it into a browser. Find us in the Discord app. Join in. Have some fun. Introduce yourself, and you'll be opening yourself to any and all events and or races within here. Automobilista 2, AMS2, Race Room, iRacing, ACC, Assetto Corsa 1, Dirt Rally 2. I could keep going, but I won't. So if you get in there, you will have access to everything that we do, no matter where it is. Let's go on board. This is on board with Luke Filippone. We'll follow him around for just a little bit as I talk through stuff here. So get into the Discord. We're growing, it seems, daily. We're trying to do more and more. We still do things in Race Room. We're also doing things here in AMS2, as you see. We've got some community members who like to sponsor or host their own events. iRacing, ACC, Dirt Rally 2. We have a big community club championship ongoing through the year for Dirt Rally 2. So jump on in. We're in the North America time zones, so Canada, United States, South America. We race with other folks around the world. Obviously, I believe at least one, if not 2, 3, or 4 Australians in the main event coming up later on. So we race with anyone and everyone, and we've got friends all over the place. So make sure and follow that link and get there. The next little bit there. Make sure to subscribe. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, if you found us through, like I said, whatever YouTube algorithm is out there, and you want to see more of this type of stuff. Some videos have me talking all the way through them in commentary, and some videos don't. So if you end up not enjoying hearing me for the next, 4 hours, which is going to be a lot, maybe some water, then you'll definitely like the videos where I'm unable to commentate or talk or whatnot, and you have really just the track sounds, car sounds, and all the fantastic action that we have within the various races we do. So subscribe, Pump up our numbers. I think we're over 300 now. I think we're like the 315, 316, somewhere in there. So we always love more. Sticky, hello out there. Hello to you and welcome, and good morning from the New Zealand. New Zealand. We'll get away from that. And then finally, if you're here, if you're enjoying this in one way, shape, or form, make sure to put a like on this. You're not putting a like on there for me. You're putting a like on there for what's on the screen, for the people out there actually doing this. Triple Matt. I don't know who Triple Matt is. Sticky, that might be who you're asking about. Matt from the Austin sim racing community. That might be him. That's the bad thing about AMS2 is that AMS2 still works off of folks' Steam names, their Steam accounts, and not really the an actual name. I think AMS2 has the ability now for you to put in a name, but most people probably don't, or the servers still don't really understand, and therefore we get people's Steam names. Levels are great. Thank you, Scott. It seems like every time I do one of these, my levels are a little bit off or wrong or whatnot, and I just live with it, but we seem to be good today. We'll move on. We're on the minute. Let's go track stuff. Let's find Hammond out here. Still rolling with 8 people. I know you can't see number 1 on the screen. You can't see number 1 on the screen because there's some kind of UI bug. But there is one out there which is Sado 15. I'm unsure who that is. I wish I had a list of who's who, but I don't. So we're just rolling with Steam names at the moment. But we have about 2 minutes left of about 2.5 minutes left of practice. After that, we'll have a 15-minute qualifier, and then we'll have 25 laps, which you're seeing about minute and a half top time. Let's see if we can have it show up somewhere. There's number 1. So 1:31.8 is the top time right now of the F3s here around Adelaide. And that's why I don't click around on it, because it just absolutely tanks the frame rate when I mess around with stuff. So that's why I don't click anything. So we'll leave. I'm not going to click on that side of things. I'll only click on the director's side. Who else we got? We got Mohammed out here. We've got Ramiro Perez, RPP 1997. Triple Matt. All right, yeah. Son Edu. I wasn't sure if he was in this one or if he was in the kart race, but that is Triple Matt, as I'll refer to him from here on out. Running a 1:37.2 at the moment. Like I said, Luke Filippone here, Burnside. Tobias, that's Hammond. He's now P5. You got Mohammed here in P4 in the gray and blue. You got the 10 Club. I'm not sure who that is, to be honest with you. So right now it's just the 10 Club. Dan Dietering currently in the pits. Oh, it actually shows up when I click the name there. Dan Dietering still in the pits. Hasn't put in the time yet. Same with Andy Morehouse in the pits. But 9 people at the moment. People have until 90 seconds left of qualifying to get in and to participate. So hopefully someone's in the Discord server banging on the drum to maybe get some more folks out there. This combination still difficult, not as difficult as the kart class, the FUSA Gen 2, I believe it's called in the game. That is a tricky one. Those are fast, and on these right-hand corners throughout Adelaide 88, usually means death in some way, shape, or form. Not real death, virtual death. I think I've gone through everything. I think I've done my usual intro stuff. If you're within the Twitter space, if you're within the Instagram universe environment, look us up there as well. In Race Room on Twitter, North America Race Room on Instagram. We're on Twitch as well. We don't use it. I don't use it for this very often because... sorry, probably gonna tank out for a second. There we go. I don't use Twitch a whole lot for us because YouTube works a lot better. YouTube reaches a lot more viewers than Twitch kind of does, at least for sim racing. So nothing against if anyone uses Twitch for sim racing, but it's really just nicer and better to put it on YouTube for us. But we have a Twitch, so if you want to look it up, North America Race Room. And there you're seeing the times for the practice session. 9 people. Sado was up there with a 1:31. And so now we start 15 minutes of qualifying. And I'll try to do my as best as I can here to catch people as they're coming out. But looks like for Adelaide here, when they're coming down the pit lane, you can't get to them. So let's see what happens. But as always, if you're out there watching right now, if you're watching later as this goes up and gets saved on YouTube, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for showing a little bit of interest in what we're trying to do. Me doing this side of the stuff. This is not. I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing this for all the folks that are in this server, for the F3 race, for all the people that are going to be in the next server, for the kart race. Really just trying to showcase our community members and the fun we can have, the safe, clean racing that we do and that our members do. So, like I said, that's why I say for the likes or for the subscribes or for whatnot, that's not for me personally because I get nothing out. I get nothing from that, nor do I want anything from it. You're really with all those showing your support for our various members, whether they're actually in the NARR Discord or if they're in the Austin Sim Racing Discord or if they're even in the DDF Discord. So make sure and put a like on it if you feel you want to. If you want to put a dislike, that's fine too. Let us know in the comments on why you don't like what you're having. If you don't like me, that's completely understandable. So you don't have me all the time talking over all this stuff. So if that's the dislike that you have, I completely understand that. But if you want to like, put a like on there, subscribe to it, comment if you want. That's really all. It's really all I ask of you, other than to sit back and enjoy. And hopefully this all looks good. Hopefully it sounds good. Scott, thank you for telling me that my levels sound good. Hopefully they stay that way. They should. They should stay that way for the next one as well, because I believe I've got them all the same everywhere within my software here. So I should have no problems on that. Cross fingers that I don't have any problems anywhere else. So let's get off of Matt. You've got Condor Man. Condor Man has shown up, as well as I'm trying to think of how I can say that. Potvinsk? No, I'm gonna mess it up. I don't know. I'm gonna call him Pot. Pot's in. Condor Man's in. We're up to 11. We got Andy Morehouse. He's drag racing someone. Let's go on board with him. I don't know who that was that just got in front of him. Same livery though. No teams. And Terry Sanders, hello to you. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. So this is a free for all. So if you caught the round 1 of our new F3 series in Race Room, that's where we have teams. This is every driver for themselves. So you will not see anyone really working with each other. So who do we have? So Triple Matt has put in a 133.2. Back track side. He's gone. You've got the Fizzy 88 there. So Triple Matt's in the red and gray. Luke Filippone is in that other green right there ahead of Andy Morehouse. A 134.1. About 9.5 tenths back. in P2. You've got Hammond. He's in the pit currently with a 135.2 10 Club. Coming through there in that teal blue. It's not baby blue, it's teal blue. Teal blue and black. Andy Morehouse out there with a 137.4. Mohammed right now with a 139, almost even. Ramir Perez, 139.6. And then Pot is out there. Currently P8 with no time. Condor Man. Seto 15. Dan Dietering still in the pit. Dan might be starting from the back. I don't know. I don't know if he put in a practice time either. Unless he's having issues. Which I haven't looked. I haven't checked the Discord yet. But let's go. Let's go on board. We'll go on board with 10 Club here for just a moment as I look around and check somewhere else. Terry, am I joining the so I'm assuming you're probably asking about the F3 races in Race Room. I'm actually not. We had a lot of people who wanted to do it, and since most of the tracks we picked had a limit of 32 drivers or grid spots, pit boxes available, I decided to hang back and just really stream and commentate when I can, or if I'm unable to stream, if something comes up, then at least record it and put it up on YouTube. So I am actually not doing the F3 series in Race Room, but it was very fun to watch round one. I come on back for round two, which is on Monday. And Terry, just to answer your question there about Theo Loop, he's going to be running in the second race this evening, the main event, the kart race. So most people in this server here aren't running in the kart server. Either folks didn't want to run the kart, and there was just enough interest in the entire event to do like a quote-unquote support race, which is what this is. Almost like if you're watching the F1, an F1 race weekend, they've got the F3s, the F2s, or even F4. I don't know if there's an F2 or not. I think there is. How they have the lower class races in that weekend as well. This is kind of what this is. Now, this is not me saying that these people aren't good enough for kart. They are. They either just didn't want to do it, or there wasn't enough space, but they still wanted to do something in AMS2 tonight with us. So they're doing the F3 race here. So it'll be a whole new lineup, or a whole different group of people in the second race, which should start around 7:30. So hopefully we have about 7 minutes left here, which should get us to about 6:46 without any issues of the server. And 25 laps in about a minute and a half. So 35, 40 minutes. So we should be okay for me to jump out of this, get into the kart server, and then bring you how many laps of kart are we doing? Let me look. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So the kart race is 80 laps. 80, 81. I think it's 80, officially. So, what, about 3 times as long as this one here. Just reading the chat. I'm not sure who's driving with one hand. It's a sticky. I'm not sure what you're doing there. Causing trouble, I think. I'll have to get you out of here. I'll have to boot you out. I'm just kidding. Oh, you mean the guy in the car? Yeah. I thought you meant Theo Lupa was driving with one hand. That's why I wasn't sure what the heck anyone was talking about. Yeah, you'll notice. I don't know if it's just because of me being a spectator, like broadcaster or whatever. Like sometimes the animations for the body, for the person inside the car, just goes kind of bonkers at times. Or it looks like they're driving half asleep, or they've had a few too many to drink. They're slouched over, still taking an F3 car at full pace. Go cockpit view. Let's go cockpit here. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. I think I noticed that. So I'll let you in. I'll let you in behind the curtain here. Is that I've got 2 systems running. So 2 accounts of mine are in this server. So on the director side, which is the screen you're not seeing, there's actually 2 hands on the wheel. But then the screen that you're seeing here on YouTube, it's only showing 1. So who knows? You're going to see some crazy stuff. They're all professionals out there. So, you know, he's got 4 arms like the Hulk. And he's just beasting this car one arm, one-handed around this track. So it really plays into that what if, the what if category of what we're doing here anyway. So this is what if F3s were at Adelaide in 1988, and what if they were driven with one hand. You're gonna see it. It's gonna be a thing of beauty. All right. So Sado here is in with a 132.105 with just under 3 minutes to go. Triple Matt, we're on board here with one hand, one armed. Triple Matt, but one armed. Running a 132.6, about 5/10 off. I can't stand that one armed stuff. So let's go this. Ramiro Perez here taking some curbing. Or I think I don't know what he's at. Not sure if he's pinging out or what. Oh, Terry. Nightbot got on you. Oh, you were timed out too. What is going on? Nightbot's no, Terry, I don't mean for that to happen. Hang on here. Hang on here. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's for the second one. Alright, Terry. Let me try to figure out. Let's disable the emojis. I think you'll come back here in a second. Recent timeouts. Nightbot has a mind of its own at the moment. Terry, I hope you come back. I think you should be okay after 5 seconds. Terry, if you're out there, there you are. So sorry about that. I don't know. I think Nightbot didn't like all your laughing emojis, but you're back. I turned that off too, so you can now spam as many emojis as you want. And I'll just throw you out manually. But I'm joking. All right, let's run through this real fast. We're almost out of practice. We're almost out of qualifying. Ramiro Perez, 134.1 in third place at the moment. Luke Filippone here with a 134.15, very close behind Ramiro Perez. Andy Morehouse still out there for the moment with a 134.8. Condor Man, 135, almost even, 2.9 off P1. You've got Hammond, 135.2. Potkin. I still can't figure out how to say that name. I'll have to ask eventually. 10 Club with a 135.6. Mohammed 138.2. And Dan Dietering still in the pits. I don't know if his garage door is closed or not. I'm not sure what he's up to in there. Ah, Terry. You're just being a menace all over YouTube then. YouTube's out for you. But we love you here on the NARR channel. You stick around. I did turn that off in Nightbot, so you should not be, I don't think you'll be silenced again. So the qualifying's over. There's your top 10. Or your top 11, I should say. Sado 15, Triple Matt in P2, Ramiro Perez, Potts. Yeah, I'll just say Potts. Yeah, Terry, I don't think it'll actively kick you out. It'll just silence you for a second, but it shouldn't anymore. And off we go. Emery Anderson, hello to you, and welcome. So, we've gotten to the grid. Here we are. I think everyone's in there. I know Dan's in there. So we got 11 strong, which is pretty good. Not bad for the early support race here. I will try to keep my best, or to do my best, to stay with the action. This is not like Race Room where it can just go on its own and throw up the best action on track. This is all up to me. Trust me, I don't like that it's up to me. But it is. So I'm going to do my best for you all out there. So thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for showing up. And overall, just thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to me. That's not the easiest thing in the world. But let's do it. Sado 15. Yeah. Emery, yeah, you're right. Nightbot just timed Terry out for like 5 seconds for all the emojis. But I turned the emoji thing off, so there should be no more silencing for anyone, I don't think. If there is, I'll try to get rid of it. Nightbot is really just here to help me out. Like this. Do your work, Nightbot. There it is. Nightbot doing his job. All right, here we go. They're off. They're going. 11 people on the grid. 11 are going. We've got Luke Filippone at the most. Let's go cockpit so we can see. That's Sado 15 out front. Triple Matt right ahead. We're on board with Luke Filippone. Let's go back trackside. He's got Ramiro Perez right behind. And Sado and Triple Matt have just absolutely stormed away from the field. We got 10 Club back here in 7. We got Potts right ahead. Mohammed back there as well. Some folks are slow off the line. Condor Man, he's back there. Mohammed's there. Or now it's Hammond. I'm sorry. So let us follow on board. Or at least trackside here with Sado 15. That is about 1.6 seconds now ahead. Let's move on back. Andy Morehouse, he's got Potts right behind. Let's go on board with Potts here. Like I said, we'll try to keep the best action on screen according to the relative times as best as I can. We got Potts right behind Andy Morehouse as they come up to the final turn. Lap 1 of 25 is complete. I didn't really see too many. I didn't really see any incidents. Right? I didn't see any problems per se. Looks like Andy's getting a little bit of space between himself there. So now the one-handed stuff's happening on both sides, on both screens for me. So just an absolute force of a forearm on these drivers. But yeah, so Triple Matt here about 2.6 behind Sado 15 out there in front. Just these two are alien level. Ramiro Perez, let's go on board with him. He's right behind Luke Filippone. Let's go. And we'll stay here for just a second. Alright, so here we are. Dan Dietering here. Just right behind Condor Man. This is 8 and 9 trackside. The trackside cameras are a little bit weird at times. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. That was a good save there by Potts, Emery, as you said. Somebody was off. Who was that? We've lost somebody. Trying to see who that might have been. Potts. We lost Potts. He was in the wall heavy. And then either got kicked or disconnected. Let's go on board with Ramiro Perez here. 3 of 25 done. With Luke Filippone right ahead. As they go through the turn 1 and 2 chicane, which can be devastating if you don't get that correct. Wait a minute, what happened to Sado? Sado's gone. We've got Triple Matt up here in first now. Luke Filippone in second. No, Sado's fifth. I'm not sure what's happened to him then. My apologies. He might have some damage. Maybe he's hit too many curbs. So Sado is now back here in fifth. Kind of by himself. He's got a buffer between 80. Excuse me. How embarrassing. He's got Andy Morehouse strictly ahead. He's got Hammond behind. So good buffer between himself and those two. The closest on track, we've got 10 Club and Dan Dietering fairly close here. So I'm coughing through all this. With Mohammed about 10 seconds behind these two. And then other than these, we now have Condor Man very close to my Hammond. That's messing me up seeing that. I'm getting dyslexic with that. But they're fairly close. And then 1 through 5 are kind of evenly spread out between themselves. we're on lap 5 of 25. Sado's still hanging in there. I wish I could tell you if he has damage, like how Race Room would probably tell me if there's damage within that broadcast software, but that is not possible here within AMS2. But he's taking it nice and easy. So he might have some type of damage there. He's trying to nurse until the end of this thing. He's definitely taking it all very, very slowly. But he's got a heck of a time there between himself and Condor Man in 6th. And then Andy's kind of just pulling away from there. Here we are with Triple Matt going down the back stretch. We'll go on board with him for just a second. We're actually going to leave it, I don't know. We might leave it right here just for a lap. That way you can have kind of an onboard to see how an alien does this with an F3 as he goes wide. Oh, into the wall. Jinxed him. Luke now has his sights set. And he is catching him fast. So Matt probably has a little bit of damage on that suspension, the right front. I would have to assume, maybe not though. So we're going to stay right here on board with Luke. That way you can kind of see from his perspective how close or how close this all gets. He's now under 2 seconds. While I leave it here, I'll be right back. Luke with some extra heavy into the wall there. So what do we got now? We got Andy Morehouse and these two are going to be catching up to Luke. I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm not muted. We'll go trackside. So there's all three of them. That is 2, 3, and 4. Very close together. With Sado right there coming through P5. You just saw Luke go into the wall pretty heavy. I'm unsure how fragile these things are. I know the carts can be pretty fragile. Or if you get into the wall, you're pretty much full on damage. But you can see Ramiro Perez very close. Let's go on board with Andy. So Ramiro Perez has passed Luke for second. Andy's coming up. So Luke pulls off there. He's definitely has some damage there. Oh no, that trackside. I don't know if Luke's gonna have to take it into the pit for repairs or not. He's yes, he is. So Luke, currently P4, is going to take it into the pits for some repairs as we're only on lap 7 of 25. And we we've got a big spread. We've got Matt currently out front, almost a 10-second lead between himself and Andy Morehouse here in P2. You can see in the backside of that shot, you've got Sado, who was in first, probably has some damage as well, is now currently in third. Ramiro Perez in fourth. Condor Man has moved up to fifth. 10 Club up to sixth. Luke is still in the pit, seventh at the moment. Well, now eighth. Dan Dietering has moved up to seventh. And then eventually I would think Muhammad and Hammond might be putting Luke maybe last. Maybe not, because Luke looks like he's out on his way, so So he gets back out there in eighth. Hopefully has that repaired. Maybe he can make up some time. Move himself back up a little bit. So what do we have here? We got 10 Club. Who right now is kind of the closest per the relative on screen. Hammond has come into the pit. Let's go cockpit here with the 10 Club for some one-armed driving. A very weird bug that is. So that's Condor Man directly ahead. Fifth is ahead on board with 10 Club, who's currently in sixth. Throw up some of our graphics here. As we see, so Condor Man goes wide there. 10 Club slides on by. Condor gets back out, gets back going. And Dan Dietering is now at least sees him as they go through the turn 1-2 chicane. This is Sado. There we go, we'll go back to that. Sado has Andy Morehouse directly in his sights for second place. So if he has damage, Sado here, he is handling that very well. He was in fifth. Got some help from Luke getting into the walls, having to go into the pits. There's someone very slow. Might matter. That's Muhammad. Very slow back there at the moment. Andy goes a little bit wide. Backside. At the moment. Let's go back on board. This is close. This is the battle for second and third right here at the moment. Sado right on the backside of Andy. Andy's going to try to hold him off. There aren't, obviously it's easy to say if the correct lines are taken. There aren't too many places to really get a good run for a pass until maybe the backstretch, the very back straightaway that they'll be coming up to here very soon. So it's easy to keep someone behind if you're in and out as you should be, as you see here. Drag race. Kind of in the way there, but here they are. Drag racing down the straight. Sado's got the inside line. And Sado's going to take it. Sado 15 up to second. Andy Morehouse back to third. Ramiro Perez is about just over 6 seconds. Maybe 7 seconds here in a little bit. In fourth. In fourth place, Condor Man very far behind in fifth. Luke has made his way back up to sixth place from eighth. 10 Club in 7th, Dan Dietering in 8th place, Mohammed 9th, and Hammond 10th. So, this is where we can just go through the field a little bit. We'll sit on board here for the roof cam, as AMS2 calls it, here with Matt for just a bit. And then we'll slowly make our way through the field unless we see something come together a little closer. We're on lap 11 of 25. Matt taking it very nice and easy into that corner there. And off he goes. Let's move back to Sado coming down nice and easy into that corner. Take a little bit. We'll follow him for just a little bit. Comes to the start finish line to start lap 12 of 25. Andy Morehouse not far behind. We'll stay with him for just a bit here as he finds himself in the turns 1 and 2 chicane. Makes it nice and easy. He's got Ramiro Perez, as you can see at the top there, about 4.5 seconds behind. We'll jump on board here with him very soon. He's got Sado about 3.3 ahead of him. Trying to stay off that curbing. That curbing will kill. No matter if you're in the F3 or the kart, it'll take you out. We got Ramiro Perez here. Like I said, he's about 3.5 seconds now behind Andy Morehouse. You can see there off in the distance in that green livery as they make their way to the very long straight in the back. I'm sure it has a name. Alright everyone, sorry I had to walk away for just a second while also still moving through the field. So we were on board there with Luke Filippone, now on board with Condor Man, in the back, Dan Dietering, in the orange livery there, or kind of red blood orange maybe, currently in 7th place. How far is he back? 9.4 seconds behind Condor Man here in 7th as they're moving through moving through the track, trying to stay off the curbing, keeping on the pavement, trying to stay out of trouble. 10 Club, very far back here. 1 minute 9 seconds behind Dan Dietering. He may have come into the pit while I stepped away for a second. I don't know. He's very far back there. Muhammad is very slow. Really slowing down, I think, for the blue flags. Nice of him to do that. But also kind of be a rolling stopping point at that moment. Hammond is off, not beached, and off he goes. Well off the pace, very far back. Lap 11 for him. I don't think that's right. Oh, okay. So Hammond is about 4 laps down from Matt. Sado is actually trying his best to make his way back up on Matt. Welcome to you, Mike Bowen. Mike, I saw your message there in the Discord. Thank you for that. I'm glad it looks good. That's my hope every single time with these, is that it at least looks good. At least sounds good. And it seems to be at the moment. As I chat and talk and everything else here. What's this? Oh, yes, here we are. What am I doing here? So Matt, 4.5 seconds ahead of Sado here in second place. Both of these drivers are on lap 16 of 25, so we are now getting down to the nitty-gritty. We're coming to the end of this thing here within 9 laps. Probably about 15 minutes. Maybe. I'm not very good at math, so. With all that, I've really missed this battle here. So I apologize to Andy Morehouse and Ramiro Perez for not having them on the screen, but they are under a second. Half a second at most. We'll go on board with the one-armed Andy Morehouse. Not one arm because he's lost it. One arm because he can drive with just one arm. As he gets very close here as they come to the end of the straight. In gently, gentle like a baby into that corner. Not too hard on the throttle or you spin out. I know because I do it often. Not too hard into there, you'll go right into the wall. Andy just wants to keep him close. There is still 8 laps to go. Keep them in your sights. Wait for either a mistake or the time to pounce, and then you can do it. If you try to pounce too early, if you try to be too aggressive, you'll be in the wall before you know it, and that'll be the end of your race. Oh, look at that! Look at this! Oh, what a 360 no-scope there by Ramiro Perez. What a callback! I don't know if Ramiro got any damage from that, but that was an impressive 360 no-scope, as the kids call it. Still in the fight, still pushing Andy hard. Right on cue. It makes me look smart when I say things about wait for someone to, have an incident or the time to pounce, and then that happens. It's almost like I somehow planned that. I don't. But that's what's happened with Ramiro Perez at the moment. That's allowed Andy to get ahead for right now. Ooh, both of them taking 2 wheels off the curb. Doing some sick ollies off that bad boy. What do we got here? Sado's 3.2 seconds behind Matt in first. This is definitely the closest battle, so we're going to stick with it. This is currently where the closest action is on track. I don't think the trackside camera will really give you a sense of how close they are, which is why I like the cockpit view. It was perfect timing, Mike. I don't really know how or why. It just seems to always happen that way. I either jinx someone. I usually jinx people when I say things of that nature, and then stuff hits the fan. So I'm going to go on board again. If you're familiar with when I commentate or when I actually sit here and take you through stuff manually, you know that I love the cockpit view for you all at home, because it gives you the best sense of what's happening directly in front of who you're on board with. And the trackside is great at times, but it really doesn't give you that sense of the give and take, or the constant struggle of what's happening with who we're on board with, and the person right ahead or right behind or whatnot. So, not truly a broadcast stream per se, but or a broadcast camera, but really an action camera, which is what I'm trying to give you as they come to the long straight. And you can see there, I wonder if it's built up over time, like the black on the sides of the cockpit of Ramiro's F3 here. I wonder if that's happening for everyone, kind of picking up rubber from the road. If that is, that's cool. I've never noticed that before. But with this battle, hopefully everyone out there is enjoying this. Hopefully it's been good. This is all leading up to the kart race that should be happening in about 12-15 minutes-ish. So we're going to have to really, once this thing ends, or once most people come through the start-finish line, or at least everyone on the lead lap, we'll have to dump out of here pretty fast. Yes, it is. Good call out there, Mike. We'll move up to P2. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we'll have to dump out of here pretty fast to get into the kart server to show all that. So I'll apologize ahead of time for anyone racing in this that may not be shown at the end as we make a mad dash from one broadcast booth to the next. Oh, Sado here. A little too hot on the brakes, a little too heavy. I don't think Matt really hit the brakes anytime earlier than what normally he should. Maybe he was too engaged on the wing, on the diffuser of that car. Missed his brake point a little bit. Had to come up a little hot. Still 1.1 second behind. Ramiro Perez still very close to Andy Morehouse, so we've really got two battles. 1 and 2. Oh, so there you are. So Ramiro Perez goes by Andy Morehouse. Looks like Andy went a little bit wide. They're out of the last turn. We've got two battles. We've got battles for 1 and 2, a big gap of about 19 seconds, and then battles for 3 and 4. So podium positions are still up for grabs. Nothing is set yet, as we're on lap 20 of 25. Coming down to the end of this bad boy. Sado's going to try again. He's going to make a second run at it. If you remember back, Sado had a pretty big lead over Matt here in the beginning stages of this race. Had some kind of issue somewhere along the way that I did not catch. Ended up back in 5th. Still undecided or unknown if he's got any damage or not. But if he does, he has managed this thing to perfection with damage. And he's now right on the heels of Matt, trying to steal back P1 that he had 17 laps ago. So we'll stay on board here. I'll keep an eye. Looks like Andy Morehouse. Not a full 2 seconds. Yeah, nice. A full 2 seconds back from Ramiro Perez there in P3 and 4. So right now, this is the closest action, closest battle. We're down to 8. Who's dropped out? Hammond's dropped out. So Luke Filippone has retired. Retired either due to damage, due to ping, or something else. I don't know, but we're down to 8 people. Started with 11. 3 have retired, down to 8. We're on board with Sado 15 as he battles Matt for P1. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing interest in what we're trying to do. Oh, there it is. Trackside. Matt got a little too much of the curve. I think going into the straight threw him off a little bit, and now is back to P2. So things are getting spicy as we're coming up on lap 22 of 25. We'll go to the cockpit of Matt. We'll go on board here. These two are still the closest on track. Wait a minute. Why does that say 22, 25 now? Oh, they're all 22, 25. So here we go. It's going to be a 4-lap shootout for P1. Maybe Matt potentially might have maybe a little bit of damage from that curb. I don't know. I know if you get too much of them, it can really break some things underneath. But he's now about 2.2 seconds back. Maybe trying to recollect himself a little bit. Make that last push as they come up to the ending stages here of lap 22. On board with Andy Morehouse. You can see Ramiro Perez there just in the distance a little bit. Takes that right-hander down to the right to the long straight. Andy's right there behind. So I think now, based on relative times, this is the closest battle. Looks like Matt's about 3.8 seconds back from Sado in P1. What's happened there? I see some smoke. Ramiro may have just gotten a little bit too wide there, a little too heavy on the brakes. As we're now on lap 23. 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go. Sado. Oh, and I jinx. Usually I jinx people when I'm on board. So Andy Morehouse there, a little bit into the wall. A little bit of a crunch. That's probably going to cement probably his P4 if he can nurse it back home. As we jump back up, you can actually no. I was going to say you can see Ramiro Perez in the background there, but that is not Ramiro Perez. That is someone else that are lapped down or multiple laps down. So unless Matt can really make a charge here in 2 laps. Potvin. Is that how you say that? Potvin. Potvin sucks? It sounds dirty, but if that's your name, then I apologize. It's not dirty. I saw your message in the Discord as well. We're missing 3 now of the 11. So we're down to 8. I don't know if anyone else got kicked or if they just disconnected on their own accord. I don't know. Ooh. So Matt back into the wall again, so he definitely probably has some damage. But Sado here, as long as he can keep that thing where he needs it, he's probably going to walk away with a P1 with a win out of this. As he's going to be coming up to lap 25 here after a few more corners. I want to remind everyone, once this stream ends, we're going to be moving to the second stream, so it's not all going to be a one stream here. We're actually going to end this. That way, on YouTube, it shows up as 2 different videos. We'll end this one, and then we'll be jumping into the CART server and fire that baby up. We might miss a little bit of practice just as I kind of get things situated. But nevertheless, we will see at least most of practice, or at least some of practice in all of qualifying. But just be on the lookout when this thing goes down. Find our YouTube page again. Find the CART stream that's already scheduled and ready to go. And you'll be able to watch along for 81 laps of the CART around Adelaide 88. We're following Sado 15 here. He's on the last lap. He's on lap 25 of 25. And he has 7.5 seconds between himself and Matt. Let's find Matt. We'll go through the top 3 at least. You saw Sado there in P1. You've got Matt, Triple Matt, 7 seconds back in P2. You've got Ramiro Perez safely behind and safely in front of. Oh, as he takes a lot of curb there. I'm sure that's messed up the suspension and driving a little bit. He's currently in P3. So as it stands, Sado 15 is going to be P1 as he comes across the line. We're going to catch the top 3, and we'll probably jump out of this bad boy and into the CART. So Sado 15, your winner of the F3 race here at Adelaide 88. Congratulations to him. Triple Matt Son Edu, P2 as he comes across the line. We're going to wait for Ramiro Perez, and then we're going to end this. That way the CART can start as fast as possible, because I need to be in that server for it to go. Ramiro Perez, P3. I think that's... We'll wait for Andy. We'll wait for Mr. Morehouse to get across here in P4, and then we're going to end this. It's going to be a mad dash from one broadcast booth to the other. Grab a White Claw on the way. Andy Morehouse, P4. What do I want? I want... that. All right, folks. So yeah, that was the F3 race. 11 folks started, 8 came to the end. Some great racing there throughout. And as we do a mad dash, we're going to end this stream here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Find the CART stream. That'll be going up here very